From the Bronx, New York comes hip-hop recording and performing artist Block Forever. Fresh off the release of his new album, Back to the Block, produced entirely by the elite production crew Team Demo, Block Forever returns with a hard-hitting project to continue his run as one of hip-hop's most consistent, independent artists. In addition to his latest release, he's built an impressive discography that includes Puerto Rican Jesus, If He's a Legend, Then What Am I, No Drums 1 and 2, and more. He's also collaborated with hip-hop heavyweights, such as the late great Fred the Godson and Black Rob, China Mac, Wiz Khalifa, Shyne, and many more. Tune in as we dive deep into the making of his new album, Back to the Block, his creative process, and what he's got coming next on the Cristopolis Show number 286. From the Bronx, New York, we have elite hip-hop artist, performing artist, Block Forever. He just dropped a new project, produced entirely by Team Demo, Back to the Block. We're going to bring him in, talk to him about his new project plus his impressive career. Let's bring him in. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, peace. What's going on,
I'm
Cristopolis?
good, my brother.
What's going on? We out here working, man.
I see you, my bro. It's an honor to have you back on the Cristopolis Show.
Yes,
More work, you know what I'm saying?
more
Getting it in with
work.
the legends, many legends, including yourself on this new project, completely produced by the legendary. And I'm here. I'm back in the DMV. I'm down the street actually. Yeah, I'm down the
Okay.
street from Burke Center Parkway, where all that magic happens. The legendary Team Demo. Let's talk about the
Word.
new album, my bro.
Well, back to the block. It was actually an album 2 years. And before we start, it's an honor to be back. I love your show.
Thank you.
You always bring quality knowledge to the game. And I see you rapping. You've been on your tour rapping out here in these streets like a real MC. But
I
yeah,
try to keep up with you, my brother.
nah, I hear you. But yeah, back to the block, man. It's literally. I feel like that title is exactly where the album went. Did a few albums before that, the Puerto Rican Jesus, more upbeat, new age kind of hip hop. It's always hip hop for me, but sometimes I like to play with it, play with the sounds.
Yeah,
But back to the block, man. That was all Benny Blanco from the Low Lives.
yeah,
He's a big help in everything I've been doing for the past like 4 years, and he introduced me to them, and they gave me a shot on a record. And ironically, the first record I ever recorded for them 2 years ago was is the last record on the album. So the first record
wow.
became the last album, and I think it's because the concept that I went with, they sent me a record that just felt like, talking about being tired about,
Yeah,
everything that's happening, friends, family, political, whatever it was that and I feel like after that, instead of me just sending them the typical super bar, metaphor heavy
yeah,
song, I sent them something with a message. And I think that's what kind of locked it in. And we kind of started talking from there, and it took time. We built up a relationship over the phone,
yeah.
and they sent probably over 100 beats. So this album was actually this is just part one. We had a full like 13, 14 track album, but we didn't want to give it all up at one time like that. That was their idea, which I
Yeah,
to me was a good idea.
yeah, yeah. I mean, um, but you and them know what you're doing in this game. It's not your first time round. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know how to actually like what a complete project sounds like, and
Yeah,
then how to actually keep it going, especially in this era where um you know quality music lasts forever, but also you have to kind of always be creating and sticking in the algorithm and the
yeah,
content
yeah,
and the releases are different now than back when Nas used to release an album every 2 years. Even Nas be dropping like 4 albums a year. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's a
so
fact.
it's a different game. You have to have a strategy, and that's really exciting that there's more coming with Team Demo.
Yeah, yeah. Team, they were a big inspiration on not revamping my sound, but like taking it back to where I felt like it should have been. I was trying to like, please appease to the masses, and
Yes.
try, I don't have an ego. I take everybody's advice. If somebody said, "Oh man, you should do a record like this," I'll try it. It's free for me. I got my own
Yeah,
studio, so I can do that whenever I want.
yeah,
And I got Hip Hop on the Gram, who's my business partner in pretty much everything I do, and he makes beats now too. So that
yo,
it all just kind of it helps. It helped out, but Back to the Block really just got me back to the sound that I should have been at for the 4 years before that.
yeah, yeah. I think that is really interesting because hip hop has gotten so big. It's
Yeah,
like almost like rock and roll or like
yeah,
jazz. There's genres within, there's subsets of genres. And as an
yep.
MC, as a writer, man, you're nice with the pen. You hear a dope loop, you want to get on it. But that sound that Team Demo brings is that grimy sound.
Yeah, it just like I said, it took me back to the block. It made me feel like 17-year-old block in the Bronx, going to Theodore Roosevelt High School, the worst high school in the city. Like it took me back to a moment in my life, and that's why I feel like I feel like the music reflected on that with a better mind now. Bigger
Yeah,
vocabulary, better mind. I've seen a lot more life and
yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, and the people you went and you brought into the album, I mean, there's some legends, right? There's YSP, Reef Hustle,
YSB,
right?
yeah,
Straight Paper,
straight
obviously the whole,
paper, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The
He's
brother
family,
right
yeah, that's
there.
family,
Yeah, the Bad Seed. You went and got
yeah,
some Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us
yeah.
about the features and how that all came together.
All right, so the bad seed, which is crazy because me and Straight Paper are family, and as the years go by, I find out that he grew up with Bad Seed in Brooklyn. Like he grew up with him. Like
Wow.
they've known each other 30 years, maybe more. Who knows?
Yeah,
And so I tell him, I said, "Oh yeah, I got a record with the homie with Bad Seed," and he's like, "Yo, that's my brother." So Bad Seed was a team demo idea,
yeah, because
which
they're tight. Yeah,
they're tight, and you know what? I was all the way with it because I knew who he was,
he's
and
a
I know what he
savage.
does. He's a fucking he's different, and
Yeah,
he gets a lot of love. He's highly respected, and I knew, so I was like, yeah. Hell, when they said it, I said, yeah, let's go. I sent him the verse. He was fucking with it, or I sent them the verse. He was good with it. Song got created. Same thing with YSP, which I was really happy because I actually, I'm from New York. I know who the Rangers were. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
I remember that era, and so I was ecstatic about that one too.
yeah,
The Reef Hustle, that's just family. TBM, Fred the Godson. We all
yeah.
we all came up together, so it was a given. For a team demo album, I had to go. I had to call on his expertise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
man.
as you know, Straight Papers family. That was a no brainer. That one was like, yep, let's get it going. Nothing.
Yeah.
He came to the studio, knocked it out, done.
Yeah, for the joint with straight paper, what's the concept behind my city?
Uh, it's it's like I wanted to give it like that. I don't know if you remember the movies like Sin City,
Yeah.
Max Payne.
Yeah. And
That
it's got
kind
that kind
of
of effect, that effect
that
on the
that kind
what
of
is that,
black
like
and
monochrome? I don't even know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
it's like almost like comic book strip,
Yeah,
style of movie, and that's what I was going for. It was I didn't want we just I felt like I was just talking about like the dark parts,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you could grow up and sell drugs on the same corner your mother was selling her body on, and you wouldn't even know it. Like
yeah,
it's the dark spaces, not
yeah,
like negative, like we weren't busting guns and selling drugs on the record,
yeah.
but I'm from a city where gangbangers and cops have
It's a
relations
thin
with the
line,
same
bro.
women.
Hey, that's
That
a thin line. Yeah,
yeah.
that's good
So
shit.
that one, and again, it just I feel like I'm very good at picking features for certain people. I feel like because I actually listen to people. I'm not just one of them dudes who make believe I like your music, and just to
Yeah,
get you on. Like I listen like to everybody.
yeah,
Sometimes I go on iTunes when I'm doing long drives, and I just somebody I never heard of, somebody I never heard, and I
yeah.
keep going that way. So I feel like I could pick really well. So every feature was me. Like they sent me the beat. Besides the Bad Seed and Wise P, everything else was like, oh yeah, that's straight paper. Oh yeah, that's Reef. or you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying, and it just kind of went that way as far as the features go.
that's dope, bro. The video, right? That's kind of like I think you'd call it like the lead single, right? Which is the Puff Puff Pass,
Puff Puff Pass,
right?
yeah.
Right. That joint. Talk to us about the when you heard the beat, right? That's an iconic sample, and then also the video, like talk to us about the video and the inspiration behind that.
So when he initially sent us that beat, I was a little, because I was so used to just going,
Yeah, yeah.
super bar heavy on all the records. I was like, yo, we got to give him something. This album was about giving a little bit of difference, and I mean, I'm no stranger to the marijuana. You know, I smoke weed. Me and my team, we smoke weed. We smoke and sit down and
Connoisseurs,
brainstorm.
right?
Pretty
Connoisseurs.
much, yeah, yeah. You know, we tried it all. You know, so basically, that record when he sent this, it had the Cypress Hill sample on it. So we heard that and we started. One day we didn't even record nothing. We just sat in the studio and we said, "Yo, me and Hip Hop on the Gram." And he said, "Yo, why don't you just is it, talk about weed?" And I was like, "But
Yeah,
I don't want to do it like everybody else does it, you know." So what we did, so Kenny sat there and we just started. He took a big box, cardboard box, cut it out, had a slab of cardboard, took a marker and said, "Just start naming off weed strains off the top of your head." So we
yeah.
went, we started. By the time I got back to the studio the next day, he had the entire cardboard full of weed strings. So that first and second verse, literally, they're just everything I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying is
because you're mentioning all the
it's
different types.
it's a metaphor for a weed strain, you know.
Yeah.
So and we just wanted to have fun with something, and then the other samples in the hook, that was
It's
all
like
us.
educational, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, like
you
people
know.
go and listen to that song. Well, I mean, imagine people who don't have the access that you do in the United States,
Yeah, yeah,
living somewhere else. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But living in Eastern Europe or something. I don't know, right?
yeah.
In Europe they don't really have cannabis like that. They
I
like I
heard
know
in
at least
certain
in
places.
France it's all hash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They like for them quality cannabis is like they're used to a byproduct. They're
yeah,
used to a thing that comes that's there's like a big industry. They're not used to the plant, to
yeah,
flower,
yeah, 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 yeah,
right? So for them, flower is like rare, inaccessible, and crazy expensive.
yeah.
So you're sitting here naming, you know what I'm saying? Like it's educational, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and with that, right, the hook again, they sent us the beat with the Cypress Hill sample on it. All the other samples on the hook with me and Hip Hop on the Gram is on there right now
Shout
explaining
out
some
hip
of it
hop on
too.
the gram.
The hook is Craig and Smokey's convo on the porch, which it is, where he's saying you fucking up the rotation. That's
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
background. We sampled that in there. I sampled the Method Man up to the sky. So
yeah.
we literally, me and Kenny built the rest of the hook around the
That's the
sample.
production that you added to the song, to the
Yeah, they
beat.
just sent us. See, the thing with Team Demo is if to the people who are here now or who we watching this later, if they've worked with them, Team Demo will send you a skeleton of a beat. Like
Yeah,
it won't have any like really bass lines. There's really no format. So all
yeah,
the songs, uh, all the songs were created, like the melodies for the hooks and all that. For me, we created that on our own.
yeah,
And then Team Demo, it took them a while to mix the album because they mix for real. Like they go into the studio and they have somebody who play bass over the
yeah.
production. They'll have their DJ Daltone, do the scratches on the
Right,
records,
be there in the cuts.
like on the records with Wise P, and I think there was like the record with Straight Paper. There's some scratches in there also. So they take their time. So I wasn't mad. In the middle of that, I dropped I dropped No Drums 2 and all that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we were just trying to hold people off until I didn't want to leave them hanging until Back to the Block came out.
yeah. And then we talked about the Smokey and the hook, right? But that kind of leads to the inspiration behind the music video, right? Can you
Pretty
talk to us
much.
about what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, so we shout out to Polo Baby Flacco and Al Ricks, the veteran. They shot the video. Polo Baby Flacco and Robbie Cleveland have been my two go-to video guys for the past, I want to say, like 4 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And so we just had the idea. We took the sample from the record. Kenny found the Craig flannel shirt on
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah, cause there's the house, right? And the
Yeah,
but then you had like the flannel, you had the bike, you had a lot of inspiration.
like Kenny was hip hop on the gram. His name is Kenny 156, but he was dressed as Smokey, just the blue tee with the chain, the hat backwards. I had on the flannel. Yeah, I always wear a hat, so but he didn't have on a hat. But we just kind of try to
Yeah,
not
you are Ice
mimic.
Cube.
Yeah, for sure. I had to. I'm the fatter one, so I had to be Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? If I was skinny, then I would have rapped as Smokey. But yeah, I'm the fat one, so I had to. But so we did that, and it wasn't mimicking the video, just kind of paying homage. We were just having
Yeah,
fun,
absolutely. It's
coming
classic.
from the era that we come from. That movie's a all
Yes.
time classic, And we had a shout out to my man Kevin Jimenez. He was the actor who played the Puerto Rican Ezel. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah. He
yeah,
comes
yeah,
in at the end, right?
yeah. That's hip hop on the Gram's cousin. He's actually a actor and does things like that. But
That's dope.
he's a comedian too. That dude should be on stage somewhere. But yeah, he played Ezel, but we gave him the Puerto Rican name. His name was Isuel, so we gave him the Puerto Rican Ezel name, and yeah, we just had fun with it. Honestly, we smoked so much weed that day. I think me and Kenny took a break for like a week.
Yeah, yeah. We had to be in character, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Oh, every time I turn around, he was passed. That's why some of those reactions in the video were like, they look staged because we don't really know how to act like that. But
Right.
uh, I was, he's like passing me. I'm like, all right, like,
Right. Well,
so
and
yeah.
recording, filming takes a long time, right? So
Uh,
by the time you do the whole thing, that's like you could easily eat up 3 hours, 4 hours. That's a lot of blunts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we probably went through like maybe almost 2 ounces that because then other people came through, Straight Paper came
Right.
through, Benny came through, and just some people came through to show love, and hang out with us there until we had to go do something else after the video, but they came through real quick and it was a good. Honestly, it was probably my most fun video in a long time.
Yeah, yeah. See, I love especially when they take in, like when videos take inspirations from a film that's like a
Yeah,
classic, but you remake it in your own way. I mean,
yeah,
this single, this song, is a great way to kind of lead off the album because it's got the Cypress Hill sample. It's got the music video with the inspiration from Friday, but then it's talking about in an educational way in a lot of
yeah,
ways, like cannabis
yeah.
and all the different strains. It's got so much to like, like just get hook people into it,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Oh,
It's
and
really, really
shout out,
dope.
shout out to Be Real for dropping some flame emojis, man. I hope that was real and he liked it. But Be Real always he always be real. Like
Yeah, man.
this is not the first time he's gotten the
Yeah, showing support.
shown support to me and the
Yeah.
hip hop on the gram and everything like that. So yeah, nah, he liked the video. He gave us the fire emoji. So that was enough for me as far as
Done.
it was his
Right.
sample, and he didn't hit me in the DM talking about I got to pay him for it or
He
nothing.
loves
So
hip hop, man. That's the one thing
yeah,
about those cats that like, if you follow Be Real, Sen Dog, DJ Muggs,
yeah,
they're all still very active outside of Cypress Hill. They
yeah,
go
yeah,
on tour, all over the world, but they've got all their own stuff going on and they give back. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
Really, really
sure.
dope.
That was we tagged Ice Cube in it, but he's a
Ice
little bit
Cube the
more.
whole other level though, right?
Yeah,
He like
yeah.
in that whole
I was just hoping it'd be Sunday. He was bored and just came across
hey
it.
man, you gotta do the moonshots. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
never
yeah,
know when Ice Cube, replays it. Because we're on this, the song, the Puff Puff Pass, right?
yeah.
For fans of Block Forever and to continue the education, what's your personal favorite, cannabis?
I'm an indica. I don't do the sativa. I don't even mess with the hybrid no more. I'm an indica. It relaxes me. I went
Yeah.
through all the phase. There was many years where I didn't know what I should have been smoking.
Yeah. Well, do the
And
knowledge. Do the knowledge for people who don't
because
understand the difference.
if you don't know what you're supposed to be smoking, and you're a person who has anxiety or who has a very hectic lifestyle like me, where I work, I build things, I'm in Texas right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, I'm in the studio every day. I can be in there, and so I need something to relax me. But for years, I was smoking the wrong strain. That
Yeah,
ended,
you'd get maybe whatever you got, like
yeah,
whatever was given to you.
that there's times I'll be sitting there and I'm like, you know, that
Why
heart
my
rate is a
heart
little,
racing?
yeah, yeah, and you get a little, and I said, and I figured it out. It was I shouldn't be smoking sativas, you know. So for the
Yeah,
people who don't know, if you're smoking weed and if it doesn't make you feel good after you smoke it, then you need to either quit or find what works for your body.
yeah,
Sometimes it might not even be flour that'll work for people. It might be a vape pen or
yeah,
some gummies or something. But
yeah,
definitely find out what it is that your body needs in that case, and it'll be an enjoyable experience. And that's
yeah,
what that song was about. Literally just an enjoyable experience. Me and very close friends. That was it. We were at someone's house, so it had to be a close knit thing, and they let us use their house, and it worked out. On Instagram, I'm a big Instagram head. The YouTube thing, it got some views, but everything, all my views are social media views, like almost everybody else.
yeah, yeah. No, Instagram's amazing the way it connects everybody. I wanted to unpack the whole. I think that it's, especially coming from like a head like yourself. I think that there's a lot of value to help people in the future, actually, because that happened to me. Like when I was young, I used to smoke all the time. Now, like not so much, right?
Yeah,
But I do love some cannabis like anybody else does. But
yeah,
for a
yeah.
long time, I didn't smoke because it'd give me anxiety. And some cat broke it down for me one time, and he was like, yeah, you're doing the wrong thing. Sativa is more mind. So
Yeah,
if you're a person who is prone to like think a lot already, this gonna amp it up all the way,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
If so, for that you need an indica that'll chill you out, and then the hybrid is somewhere in between. But
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
a person that's already way chill, because there's people that are already, what I'm saying, they already,
That's
then
the
you want
thing.
something that makes, that turns it up, then you need a
That's the thing.
sativa.
I am not chill. I am actually. I'm playing it. I'm playing it cool because I'm
Yeah,
stuck.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm in
We
this
chilling
window
right
right
now,
now. That's it. I know where I need to be right now. But actually, I'm the friend who doesn't know how to go home. I'm the friend who, let's go to the next spot. I'm
right?
the so if I'm not in the studio, that's why lately my time has just been spent in the studio because
Yeah,
which it's working out for me because I'm the friend that don't know how to go home.
yeah.
So the indica, you
Chills
know,
you out.
if I'm at the studio, by the time it starts coming down, I'd be like, it's midnight. Normally I'd be going somewhere else after that, but
Yeah,
I'd be like, I'm gonna go to the house.
yeah. And is there like a brand or two that those are your go-to that you recommend?
Uh, no, not really. I like a lot of different cushes and things like that, but as long as it's indica, really, I'm cool with whatever strain. Now that with all the dispensaries and things like that, so I just go
Ain't that
look
like
at
a
the men.
science, bro?
Yeah,
They even going like deep into like the different. I don't even know. This like also because when I was in LA, right? I was right when I first moved there. I was right in Little Tokyo, and that's
yeah,
right next door to where like all of there's
the
dispensaries
dispensary.
everywhere, but it's where they actually because LA produces a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
hardware, all the vape things, and all
yep,
they had all of the. I was getting like an education. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But not yeah. When I went to LA, my first time in LA, maybe like 8 years ago or something like that. That when I went into there, I showed them my ID and it was a Florida ID, and they were like, "Oh, all right, so whatever," and they broke it down to me, and they said, and they initially were the ones who told me that I should be smoking indica, so I did
Yeah,
it, and it was good, and I didn't realize back then why I was having such a good high. I was like, "Oh
yeah.
man, this is great! Like I feel good. I'm good for like 2 3 hours. It goes down, smoke again, goes right back up. I didn't realize it, and then obviously I came back to Florida, and you smoke, the
Some
stuff
crazy
from
Florida.
from the hood out there,
They be
where,
wildin'.
wherever they getting it from, and
Right.
But now like my friends, I'll ask them. I sound corny as fuck, but I'll be
Yeah,
like, "Yo, is that indica or sativa?" If they don't know, it's a good chance I might not even smoke it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because you're not trying to have like you got stuff to do.
I
You
want
know
to
what I'm saying?
chill, I'm trying to
Yeah,
have
you
a
got
good
stuff to
time.
do.
I don't want to be sitting in the corner like this,
Yeah,
count,
bro.
counting my heartbeats and shit.
Yeah, and then so I wanted to ask also the Puff Puff Pass video is super dope, and but you've got so many bangers. I mean, the whole album, right,
Yeah.
is basically singles. You know what I'm saying? Is there any thoughts for any other videos?
So there's a record called Drama, and that record is it's based the first. So what I did was I wanted to. That song reminds me, and I know that this song is a multi-platinum record, but the Eve record, Eve
Yeah,
from Rough Riders,
yeah, yeah,
she
yeah,
had the Love Is Blind record.
yes,
Love is blind,
yeah,
it'll
yeah, for
take
sure.
over. So that. I wanted it to be a guy version
Yeah,
of, not necessarily. I wasn't shitting on ladies. I was just
right.
given. I gave a personal experience is the first verse, which happened, 6, 7 years ago, wasn't too long. And then the second verse was more of a in general for everybody, telling you like, there's probably kids involved. You forgot that you based this relationship. You both were lying when you started. There's so many. Like the second verse is like a his and hers verse. Like I wasn't downing the male. The men. I wasn't downing the females. I was just telling them like, yeah, you started it like this. This is why you're ending here. You're doing this. You know, the guy you're messing with is married. The girl you messing with is running through the streets.
Yeah,
One does it for the money. One does it. It was a comparison, and I wanted to. I don't want to teach nobody because people know what they're doing when they do it. But
yeah,
I just wanted to give a relatable experience
yeah,
and then give them an in general, synopsis, if you call it, of
yeah,
that type of toxic relationship. And then the beat, the hook, it was we kind of like paying homage to Big Pun too, because that
yeah.
sample was used by Big Pun. He had the Mama song, Mama. Uh, so I flipped it and sang the drama. She don't want like no more. So
Oh,
it was actually a spinoff, the Mama record off the Yeah Baby album, Big Pun.
oh, that's dope.
So we did it that way, and even then, Team Demo, when they asked me for that, they said, "Yo, we want you to like do something different, try play with the hook," and I send them the first verse and the hook, and they were like, "Yeah." And that actually, Drama is, I feel like, the record that helped make up their mind to continue doing this album, because when they saw I did that, they're like, "Oh, this dude is not just rapping
Yeah,
about standing on the corner."
yeah. The album can have a lot of depth.
Yeah. So records like the Wise P record, Live and Direct, it was a
Yeah.
what if record. Like what if Charlie Murphy did Delirious, what
Like,
if what you get what I'm saying? What if
yeah,
Pimp C put that Dirty Sprite down? What if P and B didn't go on live at, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles? What if
yeah,
Pop Smoke didn't post what he bought, literally what I said on the record,
yeah, yeah,
What if Big Proof from D12? What if he ain't fight who he fought?
yeah,
It was a what if, and then we shout out to Cozy and DJ Daltone from Team Demo. They sent that to YSP, and he fucked with the concept so hard.
yeah.
He might have he actually might have sent me the verse back faster than anybody sent back verses realistically.
Like how fast?
I want to say it was I it might have been a week, but that goes with. And at that time, he was still
Sure, you
buzzing
sent the day Team Demo had it, and then he gets it, and he turns it around like,
quick, sent it back, and they
yeah,
sent me a message, and this is all without even meeting him. They sent me a message, say, "Yo, he loves the record," and you know,
that's
and yeah,
dope.
it was a go. It was definitely a go from there.
So, and then, but to take it back to the drama joint, are you thinking
Yeah,
about doing a video for that?
yeah. So that was why initially I started the conversation. Or you started it. That's where I was going with it. I wanna do a video for that, but I don't want to do the typical rap video.
Yeah,
Like I want it to be a full acting video.
Yeah, because you
Like,
will puff puff pass and everything. You've got a dozen videos with you just killing the bars.
yeah,
You guys are kind of like getting more cinematic with it.
that's what I want to do. I want to give it a lot of slow mo. You know, the abuse, the things that you see in a relationship. You know, kids, all the things that happen. Whatever we can mimic as far as what I was talking about, and I wanted to, you know, I almost don't even want to rap in the video. I might want to be like one of the extras, you know, like the guy looking around. Look, you know, I might be the guy who's fighting with his girl. I might be the friend sitting on the couch, you know,
That's
like
dope.
I don't really want it to be about rapping.
Yeah.
The foundation is rap, but
Sure.
the
I mean, the
video, I mean,
song's playing is the video to the song,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're the
So
artist. The fact that you're even in the scene that does it. That's enough.
yeah, I want to play like I want to just play like the fly on the wall, you know, while all of this is happening.
That's
So
dope.
that's what. So I already reached out to Polo Baby Flacco about it. We've spoken about it a couple times. Shout out to Al Ricks. He's a big help to everything we're doing. He's a veteran, and he,
Yeah.
you know, he loves the camera, and he's Al Ricks, the shooter. You know, he's the veteran. You know, and
Yeah.
we spoke about it, and we're getting. I leave Texas tomorrow, so I'll be in Orlando for the next couple of days, and that's probably the first thing besides the music that I have
Yeah.
to get done, which I want to get to that before we sign off. The new
Yeah.
music that's
Yeah.
going to drop. Um, I want to get to that and really like hire some actors and really make it a real thing, schedule it right, get locations and things like that.
That's dope, man. You're gonna make like a really, really good video for this.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
now that the way Polo, the way we took it for this video, I
Yeah.
think now we have more of an understanding with this album.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll be a little bit more cinematic and worth watching. You know, it won't be just a regular music video, flash of money, jewelry. It'll be real life things that happen to people every day.
That's dope. And you got a team, right? You got the shooter, you got Polo, you
Yeah,
got, you know,
I definitely got a team, and you know what? They all doing their own thing, but
yeah.
and it's vice versa for all of us. When one of us has to stop to help the next one, we do that. There's no ego involved. Not everybody's a rapper, you know. It's just one of those things where we got a good team. Shout out to the Orlando Lowlives, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Thurston and
Orlando's holding it
everybody.
down, man. Like, what's really fascinating about Orlando, and it's worth mentioning, is obviously there's New York and there's LA, there's Atlanta, right? There's Houston, and there's music hubs around the nation, Miami, Nashville,
Yeah,
right? It
for
just goes
sure.
on. Orlando got something special going on, bro, and you're a big part of that.
Yeah, you know, I first moved out there in '05, and I paid my dues in that city. I went on MySpace. You know, this is when
The
MySpace was a thing.
original IG, bro.
You know, and that's where I found my first studio in Orlando. I knew nobody, and I built my Orlando following literally
Yeah.
from nothing. I moved there in '05 at 20 years old, and
Wow.
going out there to raise young babies to get away from the ghetto,
Yeah.
and I ended up finding, not, you know, there's a ghetto everywhere, but
Sure.
I found a community, you know. Little I met Benny Blanco, the guy who's now which I'll talk about him a little bit more in a second. I met him on MySpace, you know,
Wow.
and 19 years later, we talk on the phone almost every day. So
That's
it's
family
just
for
one of
you.
those things, you know. And again, he introduced me to Team Demo, and I'm always grateful. Benny knows, you know, we speak all the time, so I'm grateful for everything Benny's done.
That's dope, man. That's dope. The you mentioned there's there's more music coming, right? So
Yes.
you got Back to the Block. Is it Back to the Block 2? Is it a new concept?
No, the next album that's about to drop, and we you know, he got a lot going on, I got a lot going on, but it's we're shooting for August, late August, September.
Wow.
Me and Toast 187.
Cause
So
Toast, man, Toast be grinding, bro.
yeah, he's no joke, you know. same thing with him. We built a relationship over the phone. Like I said, you haven't hung out with me, but I'm the guy. I'll be having beers with the homies, come up with a concept, and call Toast 187 at 12 midnight. Like FaceTime, and I'm like, yo. And I don't know if he's sleeping or not. I just, like I said, I'm the one who don't know how to go home, but. We put together. We did the same thing. Same thing with him. We had like a 14, 15 record album. These albums been done since last year. So
Wow.
I right now we're just literally getting the artwork and picking the right track list because it's a
Yeah.
track list is important to me, the order of the records. And
Yeah, it's real important. Real important.
so yeah, the name of the so we dropping For No Reason, produced entirely by Toast 187. The name of the album is For No Reason. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
it's something catchy. It rolls right off the tongue. It's just it's something that people say all the time. It's just
yeah,
it's a commonly used sentence
yeah,
for no
yeah,
reason.
yeah, yeah. So that's coming like towards the end of the summer, early fall.
Yes. So for no reason, part one, because again we split that one into two albums. That one got some good features on it. I got the commissioner. He's a gospel rapper, but he's not. It's like he calls himself God's warrior. So he's the warrior. So he talks a lot of you wouldn't believe he raps for the Lord. You would have no idea.
Most Christian rappers that I've come across, they became Christian because they lived some things. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't. They weren't born. They were like they went through a lot. Like,
Yeah,
one cat I interviewed was found Jesus in jail beside a murderer and a guy that was in there for grand larceny,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's where he like, what I'm saying? 'Cause, like, so they done found it,
yeah.
the hard way. You know what I'm saying?
And he's a big thing in that world. And
Yeah.
I introduced him to Toast heard him, and I introduced them too. So them two got some things going on now
Oh,
too. I got the commissioner on there. I got a good friend of mine named Gems. He's actually on the hook to that record. I brought him out of retirement real quick for a night, and I got Dan 07, Jazzo the Juggernaut,
yeah.
Straight Paper, and me on one record.
That's
That's
dope.
that's one record. I got there's a few more on there.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come, the homie.
Yep. Yep.
And a lot
All
of good
family.
yeah, and a lot of good solo records, and that one's dropping. And then for the end of the year we have two we have two other ones in the bag. I'm dropping uh, a collab album with a friend from Harlem. Shout out to Catalyst from
Dope.
Harlem. That album is done. We wrapped it up right before I went to Texas. So
Wow.
whenever he wants to drop that, he could drop that. But for as far as like the things that we're pushing, like in our lineup, as far as hip hop on the gram and Block Forever goes, after that, there might be an album called Block Report. The Block Report, produced entirely by Ali Alto from Oakland, California.
All
This
right.
dude he's the white Kanye. I swear to God, the
Oh,
album's crazy. Like that album's done too. The album's crazy. The sample game is crazy. He's a beast. And I see Kenny hip hop on the gram, and he said, and then Labs. So we pronounce that Labs. So LABX obviously is LA, New York, but I pronounce it Labs.
yeah.
And I went to shout out to Jazzo the Juggernaut. He's doing big things with the clothing, Knack Inc.
Yeah, yeah.
and
Shout out
everything.
Jazzo, Knack Inc.,
Yeah,
right? LA Cat, and I've had the honor to have him on this show, but I know you guys are tight also.
yeah, man. I last for his album release, we flew out. Me and Dan 07 slept on air mattresses in the living room. Like real
Yeah,
friends do. It's beyond rap. We stood at the
yeah.
crib with his babies and his wife, and
Beautiful, man.
it's a real thing with us. And when I went out there for his album release party, the Lonely Wolf album, go
Yeah,
get that for the people watching. Go get that too. I ain't make that one, but we got a surprise coming with Jazzo too. So, but yeah, the Labs album. I went over there. I met shout out to Bishop Lamont, Navy Jones, Edom Mad Assassin, Black Rican, man, so many other Tony Nadio, uh Stars Coleman, uh
Bunch of heavyweights.
I got heavyweights, so I did one record with each of them. This album is LABX, but it's labs because I was in the studio for this for me and all the production is produced by Hip Hop on the Gram except for two records. Shout out to my man Rudy BBMG. He produced the first two. His production gave us the inspiration to make this album possible. So shout out to him. We made sure we left his two beats on there, which are Monster Records, the Tony Nadio and the Stars Coleman, who's down with Lord Mob,
Yeah,
Flea Lord. Those records are crazy. Those
yeah,
two
yeah.
alone, and then Hip Hop on the Gram just brought the heat, man. I got a record with Jazzo, Mad Assassin, Navy Jones, Locker. Like all these records are honestly some of my favorite records of the year. This album is probably only because we created it, so it has a
Yes,
certain. It's not like I did it with a producer. Me and Kenny sat there and did it together. So the
yeah.
album is tailor made for each artist that I'm doing the feature for. There's not more than one person on each record. So whoever I met that weekend is I have a feature with them on the album. It's 12 features I got so far.
That man, you came and you squeezed the juice out of that LA trip.
Yo, it was 4 days and it turned into a real movie, as they say.
Some LA
We
shit.
we left LA in October. Get back. By the time December came around, I had Bishop Lamont's feature and I had Stars Coleman's feature
Wow.
already. So that's how the album set off. And then after that, I just kept reaching out to everybody I met that weekend. I
And
got
those some Bishop Lamont and Stars Coleman, serious
yeah,
MCs, bro.
I got a Crip Jesus. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Nah, I don't know him. He
He's
sounds
from
dope though.
yeah, yeah. He got a he's working with Killer Priest.
All right.
He's from the '40s, the Rolling '40s
Yeah.
in LA, Vernon Avenue and all that. So we
Yeah.
did a
For
record
real,
called
Crip.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We did a record called Vernon from Vernon to Tremont, and the record's dope. But yeah, that album is dropping, and yeah, that's I got a few collab albums coming out. Me, Straight Paper, and Kingdom Come. We're gonna hit them with a little surprise in a few months here, maybe, or maybe top of the year, depending on when everybody agrees on it. But that one's pretty much done. Also, I think this year I finalized about like 5 albums this year.
That's impressive, my bro. Right? Because the team demo one is such a stellar project that's it. You could have just been riding that wave.
I
But
could,
you got like another wave coming.
yeah, yeah, for sure. The Toast 187, I'm really looking forward to that one. That one was more, it was concept driven, but bar heavy more
Yeah.
versus like concepts like drama and puff puff pass and
Yeah.
tired of being tired and
And
things like
Toast,
that.
he gets down with the video stuff also, right? He
Yeah,
uses
he,
a lot of AI stuff. So before the AI, he was doing work behind the camera. But
yeah,
then ever since, he's been one of these cats that's been really on the cutting edge, right? And I don't know if he did this for you, but I saw you did the
he
Woe
did
part
that. He
two. You
did
kind of
that. Yeah,
revamped
yeah,
that. Did he do
yeah,
that?
yeah. He did do that, and
Yeah,
that and
yeah,
the,
yeah. Cause I, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm in the, I'm living this with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to see what type of visuals he puts together for y'all's project.
yeah, no, yeah, me too. We actually have one already. I have a record on the album called Grizzly, and he already did something for that. But now that AI has gotten so much better, he's progressing. I'm telling you right now, Toast 187 for me was the first one doing full AI
Yeah,
rap videos. I'm talking about
yeah,
first verse, hook, song, like the whole video. And
yeah,
you could tell like when it first started, it looked very funny-ish, like almost
yeah,
like video like Grand Theft Auto-ish kind of in a
yes,
way. And now that shit has changed because we went from songs that I did with Polo Baby Flacco with the album. Me and Polo dropped the album with
yeah,
Toast 187, the Block Baby EP, and he you can tell like every time he did a video, it just got better and better. The mouth was moving a little bit better. Everything, the
yeah,
body movements were more natural, and then the so that leads into Whoa. And in February, I did the Fred the Godson tribute. I performed at SOBs. for the tribute for Fred the Godson. Shout out to
Yeah, I remember that. That's right. I remember on the gram. I was watching you. You went out there.
yeah, yeah. So shout out to
I think you went out there with Polo,
with
right?
Polo Baby Flacco, Hip
Yeah,
Hop on the Gram, my man Al Ricks. We met up with Dan07 because he live in Brooklyn. So he shout out to Dan07, picked us up from the airport, gave us a care
that's love.
package, and held us down the whole trip. And we were there for less than 24 hours. We flew in.
That's the best. That's some James Bond shit.
Yeah. And after the show went well. After the show, I took him to a barbecue. I mean, not a barbecue, a ghetto baby shower in the Bronx at like 1 a.m. So, so we had a good time, and he dropped us off at the airport, and that was that. That was that trip. But yeah, yeah, yeah. We did that, and there was something else. I can't. Oh, the Low Life Weekend was a big show. We've been working and just trying to uh, give a wider perspective on what I'm doing. You know.
Yeah, yeah. You're encompassing your full artistry.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to get it there. I'm more comfortable now.
Yeah.
Versus when you were younger, you feel like you have something to prove or something. Now I don't give a shit. Like
Yeah, yeah. Now you're trying to do what's good. You're trying to,
yeah,
yeah. And one of the things I want to make sure we talk about, which is such a beautiful and powerful song, is the mind, body, and soul, right? So you did a video for that joint, right? But that's also you kind of getting into your songwriting bag and the
yeah,
depth of your mind and your ability to express things that are, not everybody like a lot of people could drop bars, right?
yeah.
And come up with clever, not everybody can unpack and put together a complex concept like what you do in Mind, Body, and Soul. Talk to us about that song and the inspiration behind the concept.
So my body and soul it was off the No Drums 2 album.
Yeah.
It just hit, uh, which is crazy because I didn't even realize it. It just hit 2 years old.
Wow.
And this August that just passed, TuneCore gave me a notification said, "Hey, anniversary," and I was shocked. It doesn't feel like 2 years, but I couldn't leave that album alone without shooting that video. So
Yeah.
that album was entirely produced by Ali Alto, the guy that I said from Oakland, who's
Yeah.
producing who produced the Block Report album that's unreleased yet. We did that because he wanted to drop something. So we recorded that album, that EP in like 3 months, knocked it out. And the Mind, Body, and Soul, I had used a poet for a sample on another song for something else.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was for. And just that vibe of that beat, it just at the time I had just started a new venture in building movie theaters, so I
Yeah.
had a lot of builder building ideas in my head, and I said, what if the body was the house? What parts would be what? The driveways, your back, the arms are the bedrooms, your palms are the garage. Like
Yeah.
that's where you keep all your equipment. These things, and uh, you know, your blood is your bladder is the water system. Your blood keeps the lights on. Like it's
Yeah.
just
The,
one of
the
those
the
things where
parallel is very much like a house. Like your body is like a it's got all the
yeah.
parts.
Your teeth are the picket fences, like
Yeah.
it's what's the first thing white that you see in front of it. It was just
Yeah.
it was a breakdown. It was my way of uh getting into my feelings without getting into my feelings, in a
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know. And
the idea is really, really dope. And the more you listen to it, like you know what I'm saying, it goes deeper and deeper. And then you shot the video. Talk to us about the it's a really well done video.
yeah, so that video is all shot by Robbie Cleveland. He's the one who shot Restoration on that album where I had like the overalls on and everything like that. He shot a few videos for me. He called me out of nowhere. Just I'm telling you, like again, the album just made 2 years old, and he just called me out of nowhere. He's like, "Yo, let's shoot something." And I was like, all right. I had just so happened to be in the city, and he said, I found this house in Sanford, Florida, which is like 40 minutes away from me. He said, I found this house. He said, I think it's abandoned, and we can go shoot. He said, I've done photo shoots there with my kids and stuff for Halloween. I said, all right, cool. So we go out there, and the
Yeah,
first day
because it's
we
got
shoot.
kind of like a, I don't know, like a old, like a little bit like a plantation vibe,
Yeah, yeah, it's
right?
definitely, it had a lot of land behind it. I'm sure that was something a very, very long time ago because Sanford, Florida, is known for that type of
Yeah,
vibe, if you know what I mean. But
yeah.
uh, so we shot the first day, and most simple video I've ever shot. I went over there in a button-up T-shirt, left it open, some shorts, sandals, a hat. I just tried to look regular Florida as possible, and we shot. And then that night he calls me and he says, "Hey man, I don't think we had enough footage. I want to shoot a couple more scenes." I said, so the very next day I drove right back to Sanford. We shot the other scenes, and right as we're done shooting, old white man comes from around the door screen in the back. He's like, "Get off my property." We was like, "Oh shit." And I was like, I looked at Rob because Rob is white. So I said, "Hey, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because not and it's not because I know I'm light skinned, but my dad is black. My grandmother's black. I have a mix. I was raised with that awareness, and I look I look Middle Eastern half of the time. So I said, you know what? They don't like black people. They don't like Middle Easterns. Let me get the fuck out of here, And I
So
said,
somebody was living there the whole time you were shooting the music video?
the front door is barricaded shut, so I think the people go in through the back door. I think they like purposely make it look abandoned, so nobody will bother them or something. It's like it's deep
That is
country shit like that.
crazy.
So I got the hell out of there, but we got everything we needed. I said, I'm not old white man with a shotgun. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Hard pass.
Quick, I'm gone. They all think I'm fucking uh, Arabic or something half of the time. So I said, you know what? Let me get the fuck out of here before I catch the wrath for 9/11 or something. I was
Right,
like, let me
right.
go.
That's
But
good,
yeah,
man.
so he did that video. He edited that. It took him about like a week and a couple days, and I love it. Honestly, it's one of my favorite videos right now of this year, only because it was so simple. Like we
Yeah,
needed nothing. We all we brought was what we had on us, and that was that.
that's dope.
Yep, the hills have eyes. Jazzo said it does remind me of that. Yeah, it did. You had to see it in person. It looked bugged out.
That's crazy, man. That's good. The video's dope. The song's incredible, and the video really kind of like now having that story. Actually, I'm gonna go watch it. You know what I'm saying again,
Yeah, I'm telling.
but
Look at the left side of the house. You see a whole piece of the house that we don't show much because it looked like there was stuff there, but we weren't sure. So we just
yeah,
kind of stuck to the front where it looked like it was sealed. Like it looked like the door hadn't been opened in like
yeah,
20 years.
that's
So we
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so we did
crazy.
that, and so I just that to me, I just didn't want to leave No Drums 2 alone. I felt like
Yeah,
I didn't have closure. Like I felt like I let that album down.
yeah,
Restoration was such a big record and such a good video. I felt weird leaving out Mind, Body, and Soul. And even
yeah.
though the video is 2 years late, I don't care. It's new to everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. I think that it's really dope when a song gets a visual, no matter when it came out, right?
Right.
Music is timeless, and the visual gives it a new life,
Yeah.
regardless of when it came out.
Yeah.
A
Just
lot of
like.
times, the way we consume it, unless you're pumping the album already
Yep.
on Spotify or something like that, the way we consume it is through short format, social media, right?
Yeah.
So it's really dope to create a visual for things.
And that was why I put that was what I lost track. But the SOB's performance, we tried to debut. That's why we did the AI video version of Whoa,
Yeah.
or like
Right,
Whoa.
because of his verse on there, because of Fred's
Yeah,
verse on there. Right.
Fred's verse, and it was his. Black Rob. Also, I was always a big fan of Black Rob and China
Yeah.
Mac. From time to time, when he pays attention, he'll show love. But he's traveling the world and things right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I brought it back for the Fred the Godson show. We didn't get a chance to play it on the big screen because they had a tight schedule. You know, SOBs is a they run a strict house now. You know, so
Yeah,
if you got till this time, that's till the time you got. So we
yeah,
didn't get to debut it. So I just put it out online. It was really just for Fred's family and friends and all of us. I really wanted that video out, and nobody's done it. I was the first one. I got the last living verse from Black Rob. I was in the studio with him. I got one of the last verses from Fred, and I got that verse right when China Mac. This is before China Mac was even famous from the Vlad TV interview. You know, uh, I
oh
got that verse from him before that, so everybody was reachable, everybody was alive. You know, and we made it
wow.
happen. So that record, that's why I wanted to put it out. So again, now we're gonna triple back, and Toast 187 did that, and I'm sure he'll be doing something even more crazy for the project that we're dropping.
That's dope. That's dope. My brother, you share so many gems, not only about the new album that's out and available right now on all streaming platforms, right? Back to the Block, produced
Back to the
by
block, team
Team
demo.
Demo, you know what I'm saying? But you also share with us a lot of projects that are completed or almost completed
Hmm.
and coming out. The first one you talked to us about was the Toast 187 project,
Yes.
right? Maybe, for like just a little brief recap of the things that are dropping, within like the next 12 months. If you could just share with us again, because you got a lot of stuff
Yeah,
coming,
yeah,
but some are definitely dropping really soon and some are like in the works.
definitely. So it's For No Reason. Volume 1 is dropping. That'll be the very next project that drops.
That's
So I'm
dope.
not dropping anything. Back to the block. The team demo is leading into the Toast 187. They're actually friends and know each other, so
That's
which is
dope.
dope.
Yeah.
So For No Reason, Volume 1. The next project will probably be a collab album with Catalyst, which is called The Blockade, which that album is completely done. Me and Kenny wrapped it up about 3 weeks ago. Um, I also have The Block Report from the same producer who did No Drums 2. And then we have the Labs album, the LABX album dropping. I might do that like a New Year's thing. New Year, welcome it in on the first of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Start off 2027
Yeah,
like a savage.
yeah, with all those super dope features. And yeah, and then we're gonna keep on rolling. I got a few other collab albums that I'm working on. Shout out to my homie from Best Style Brooklyn, Sniper Slugs, the 6'9", 6'9" assassin. He should have been a ball player, but he a rapper. 6'9" is crazy. When we go out and we take pictures, it looks funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because
Six nine's tall, bro.
I'm 5'11". He got a foot on me. But we're dropping something soon. That album was done, but it was done a while ago, and life happened, so we have to
Yeah.
revamp it and put some new records on there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna drop like a 5-song EP. So right now, I'm probably within the next 6 months, six to between now and the next spring, I'll probably have put out three, maybe four,
Wow.
for
Wow.
sure.
That's
If I
dope.
could put out more, I will. As
Yeah.
long as it works.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope, my brother. The Back to the Block album with Team Demo is dope. It's
Thank you, man.
dope.
Appreciate
It's
it.
dope. I know the quality of what 187 does, you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that the joint that you're doing with him is gonna be dope. And he's right on the cutting edge. I really love what he's doing because he's really embraced AI. AI is a
for
little bit
sure.
for some people, right? Not for me, but for some people, it's a little bit controversial. Like some people have taken a
Yeah,
hard stance that they're not with it. Other people are like all about it. I'm just kind of like, bro, this is the new tool. This is the new
yeah,
social media. You know what I'm saying? And he's really on the cutting edge of maximizing what you can do with it. You know what I'm saying? So
for
I'm
sure.
really excited to see what he does because you know that from him you're gonna get whatever the models can do,
Yeah.
he's right at that edge,
Let me tell you,
right?
he I feel like with Toast, the reason his stuff looks better than a lot of people using it is because he doesn't have anything to prove. He makes dope
Yeah.
production, which He doesn't use AI for that. That's. But he's
Yeah.
also been a videographer. He's an engineer. So all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like he don't have anything to prove. He can use AI because you know what? If AI disappeared tomorrow, Toast can still do everything he's doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether he has to get back behind the camera, whether he has to whatever he has to do, has to travel somewhere instead of not having to travel.
Yeah.
He'll do it. And
That's
I
right.
feel like the AI shit works for him because he has nothing to prove. He can do
Yeah.
everything he's doing with AI in the flesh.
Yeah. It's just a new tool.
Yep, yep. Oh, and Kenny just hip hop on the gram just reminded me, DJ Mirage. I don't know if you ever heard of DJ Mirage from France.
Nah, nah.
Yeah, he just dropped the album. I can't think of the name of it, which is super bad for me.
But he's
But
a producer too.
he's a producer from France, so that album has Az, Flea Lord, Ito, uh, um, artists from Melbourne, Australia, which I'm on the record with. Oh, the name of the album is Darius. Yep. The name of the album is Darius. It's on all streaming platforms. I'm on a record with one of the biggest bar spitters from Melbourne, Australia, called Flu Dust. Shout out to Edom Mad Assassin. I was just talking about you.
Yeah, shout out either Mad Assassin.
I was just telling Cristopolis about the record we got on the album dropping at the end of the year. But the Mirage album, yeah, I'm on an album with AZ. So as far as
That's
I'm concerned,
crazy, bro.
we might not be on the same song, but I'm featured on the same. I've been able. They classified me to fit in with that crowd, the Flea Lord,
Yeah.
the Ethos, the AZ. The album is phenomenal, honestly, and
Yeah.
I'm on that, and we're dropping an album. I'm dropping an album with DJ Mo. We actually just started recording that before I came to Texas. I'm like 5 songs in already with him.
With this producer from France, DJ Mirage, making big moves.
Yeah, he did a promo for the album and collabed with me on it, and it got 418,000 views. That's like the
That's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure that's the highest viewed video on my Instagram to date.
That's dope. That's dope, bro. Congratulations on connecting with him, on the
Oh yeah,
participation in that album. The fact that, you know what I'm saying, these legends, right? Like AZ and you're, well, first of all, right, you've worked with and come up in the birthplace of hip hop, work with and been tight friends with people like Fred the Godson uh Black Rob, have collaborated in one way or another with people like Shyne and Wiz
yeah,
Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yep,
and then obviously your own discography and everything that you're doing with a bunch of legends in Orlando. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And the low lives, and then now this cat in France. It just goes to show that your career is still very much uh hitting new levels, right?
yeah.
Continually.
And for the shout out to Polo Ness for the first time, I'm comfortable with saying that.
Yeah,
For the first time, I'm finally starting to see what just focusing on something can do. They say you reap what you sow if you just put in the work, and
yeah,
it's been a long time for me. I've done it for many years, and I get a better result out of a studio in a garage in the middle of Orlando,
yeah,
knocking out all these records, and I'm doing less, not working less, but it's not as flashy as I was trying to be before. And you know
yeah,
what? I'm getting 10 times the results. And for once, I can say, all right, this shit is working.
yeah,
Like I can look around for a second and be like, all right, yeah, I think this is working right now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's dope, my brother.
I got people saying what's up to me in the street, and I don't even know them. That's when I knew. I was like, they were like, yo, Block. I'm like, what up? And whether I'm with a family member, my kids, my girl, something, they be like, you know them? I'm like, nah, I don't know. I just said, what up? Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, what up, what up?
That's
But yeah,
good, brother. That's good. And one thing I want to make sure we capture before before we wrap up is you're like performing or hosting at like a tattoo event. Talk to us about that because you know what I'm saying, like the career is expanding into different skill sets that you have.
Yeah, so the hosting of it. So I was a part of the tattoo culture for a long time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fallen Sparrow Tattoos. Shout out to Pride and Envy. They're closed down now, but shout out to Spooks Hoya. He's over at Devoted Tattoos in Palm Coast, Florida. Shout out to big rest in peace. Shout out to Rob G from Tiger Tattoos. He actually signed me in 2007 when I moved to Orlando, and that was the first record company I was signed to, and got me my little start as far as realizing this could be a business. And the tattoo thing, I worked at a tattoo shop for like 8 years, man. My best friend was the owner of the shop, and he trusted me to run his business, and I did that for about 8 years. And that's where
Wow.
all the obviously
The
all the
ink.
tattoos come from. Yeah, it's part of the uniform there. And yeah, one of the previous owners of the shop that I worked at said, "Hey, I have my own convention, which we knew about it. It's called the Orlando Tattoo Show. Last year, he said, "Do you want to host?" And they gave me a good number. I was like, okay, and 3 days of work to hang out with my friends and a lot of the artists I know because again, I was in the tattoo business for so long. We
Yeah.
traveled. We used to go to conventions and set up booths and tables. And like I said, I need some indica in my life because if not, I might be a big dude, but I'm running back and forth all day. I know the reason I know so many people is because I'm not scared to talk to anybody. I run around
Yeah.
and I make friends everywhere I go. So he asked me to do it, and last year September, and I did it, and they loved it. It was a success. At that show, the person who does the Tampa convention, Ink Mania Fest, was there, which I knew him previously already from the tattoo world. And he said he called me a couple days after the convention and was like, "Hey man, me and my wife spoke, and we want you to host Ink Mania Fest." So I did that a few
Wow.
months ago, and then Orlando Tattoo Show was there while I was hosting the Ink Mania Fest. They rented out. They had their booth in their section, and they just reached out to me actually like 2 weeks ago. It was like, "Hey, you doing the Orlando Tattoo Show again this year?" I said, "Yes, sir. Let's get it." And yeah, it worked out. And Ink Mania is bringing me on for the beginning of next year again, April. So I'm
So these
hoping
things
that
are almost like car shows, right? Because I think
pretty much.
car show culture is really well established, but the tattoo world has like these shows where, because like the really, so what I'm getting is a lot of tattoo artists are famous, and if you want to get inked by them, this is an
They'll come to your
opportunity.
city. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for
they come
sure.
to your city.
So
Wow.
you got the tattoo convention circuit is just picking back up now. I'm talking about before COVID. Uh, we were in different cities all year round. We'd be in Washington, we'd be in Alabama, Philly, uh, Las Vegas, or anywhere there was a tattoo convention, my tattoo shop went, and I was the shop manager. So I coordinated most of these trips with all the guys, the artists, find out who was going, who wasn't, things
Wow.
like that. So once COVID hit, it obviously being in public with open skin and all that
Yeah.
became a
Yeah.
no-no. So it died out for a long time, and now that it's 2006, it's 5 6 years later. They're on like their fifth year now. So ever since you can really be in public like that again, the tattoo convention circuit is picking back up. Spooky
Right.
Empire, Villain Arts, all these places, all these conventions. So what I'm doing now is I'm using, not using, but I'm using the footage I have. Shout out to Al Ricks again. I'm mentioning him.
Yeah.
Um, he'll jump in his car and go anywhere. We
That's
got a
dope.
show in Tampa. He's filming. He came to the convention. I got him a wristband, and he followed me around all day. So we're trying to create a. He also filmed. He's gonna film this one in September. So I'm trying to create a highlight reel to
Yeah.
shop to all these other conventions.
Because I imagine
So
they're across the country.
there's a convention happening every week. If you get with the right, if you get with how you say it, the right league, the right team.
Yeah.
There's Villain Artists, there's Spooky Empire, Orlando Tattoo Show, Ink Mania, so many others. That are happening all year round, and a lot of these places don't have hosts. They'll have all these artists will have their own music and things playing. And it's just a big convention of people talking and artists who know each other, and it's like a big meet and greet.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to bring that MC element, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna create a like a highlight reel and shop it out to all these other major conventions, and at
That's
the same
dope.
time I could travel the world, promote my music, and make money, and see good art, be a part of good art.
Yeah.
And I would love nothing more than do that for a living,
That's dope, brother. That's
just
dope.
travel and bring art in all forms.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for explaining the whole thing. I saw that you were performing at that, and at my spot in LA on the first floor, there was a really big tattoo shop, and they used to have all these people. I used to see all these you know, uh, people that were like in music videos, right? They had like this one girl that had like these clown eyes, and you actually see these
Yeah,
people from music videos at the tattoo shop, and and then I saw that you were performing, or hosting, and I was like, that's
yeah,
like the car shows, you know what I'm saying? So you were
yeah.
breaking it down right now. That helps. Do they have live music at them?
Yeah, so last year Orlando tattoo show actually, which is good. See, now this is where I get to show people how I know so many different walks of life. Shout out to my boy Alex. He's the lead singer of a band called Mammoth Chicken, which is a super crazy name. They have original records. They do cover records. So I actually got him in touch with the owner of Orlando Tattoo Show, and they played 2 days, 3 days in a row there and got paid for it. So Block is out here getting people paid. So
Yeah,
I'm for this show. I want to bring them back if possible, and I have another band who dresses up like characters, which fits in the tattoo world.
yeah,
Which is
yeah,
anime and dressing up and all the things that they do. So,
yeah,
um, just trying to get everybody paid and get everybody seen and everybody heard.
yeah,
I'll do whatever I can for anybody, whether it's the tattoo world gave me so much. He gave
yeah.
me money, connections, uh, you
Community.
know, community.
Yeah.
I had a freestyle battle with Shaquille O'Neal one time when he was at the shop.
Yo,
It was
Shaq a rap, bro.
Shaq could rap his ass off. He I ain't gonna lie, he kind of scared the shit out of me. I was like, yo, is Shaq about to bust my ass right now?
He'll smash you.
Yo, I'm
He's
telling
massive.
yo, he was actually so good at rapping that I was like, hold up. Maybe I gotta start thinking about what I'm about to say next.
Right, right. You couldn't just right.
I don't know if what he was saying was written, but what the way he was saying it sounded like that shit was coming off the top of the head. I was like, even my
Hold
boys,
up.
shout out to Spooky, he's tattooing him while Shaq is rapping, and he's looking at me like, oh shit, like Shaq is kind of good. You better step your
Yeah.
game up.
Yeah,
But
I
shout out
mean,
to Shaq.
people who know that Shaq's got all those albums. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. I know, he's from Jersey. I'm
Yeah,
Jersey and New York. We're cousins.
yeah, yeah. That's beautiful.
They're state cousins.
That's right. That's right. My bro, it's been an honor to build with you again. You know what I'm saying? The
Definitely.
new album is amazing, and all the work you got coming, that's impressive.
What we got to do is now it's about to be August, so we're gonna have to come back to the table. Who knows? Maybe if I could fly to LA, man, we could do an in person interview.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, after I
I
get
want to do. Yeah,
after I get the LABX album out at the whether it's New Year's or the end of the year. And when I go to LA to shoot videos, I'm gonna go shoot videos with Bishop Lamont, Jazzo the Juggernaut, with everybody.
yeah.
I'm just gonna go out there with a pocket full of money to pay these video guys because I'm not from LA, so I do what I can. And
Yeah.
Jazzo helps me with everything else. And as far as LA goes, and he's gonna get them video guys for me. Make sure they get paid. Everybody makes money, has a good time, and if you're out there, at that time, you could pop into one of the shoots, man. Give me one of them cameos.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. It's an honor. It'd be an honor to participate in anything you do. And
Thank you. Thank
you
you.
got a record with Stars Coleman. He's a savage on the camera.
Oh yeah, he is. I see he do his own videos. He's
Yeah,
not fucking around
Stars is he's really dope. He's a really dope cat.
for
But yeah, my
sure.
bro, we'll definitely continue to build. And I'll do everything I can to help. And I'm
Thank you,
really
man.
looking forward to all of the projects. You know what I'm saying? The one you got out right now with the Legends team demo is amazing. The
Facts. Shout out to
187,
Team
I know
Demo.
that that's going to be dope. The
Yep.
one with the producer from No Drums, Right. I
Yep.
can't wait to hear
The
that.
Block
You know what I'm
Report. Yeah.
saying?
Shout out to Ali Alto, the whole Oakland. What up, Oakland?
Yeah. What
Bay
up,
Area.
Oakland? You put me on to DJ Mirage. I'm gonna go look him up. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Go
homie is
check
in France making moves with you and AZ
AZ.
and Flea and Ito. You know what I'm saying?
Trust
So
me,
I
check out that album, DJ Mirage. The name of the album is called Darius, like the name Darius.
all right, I'm gonna do that, my brother. Block, my
Yo,
bro. It's an
Christopolis,
honor.
thank you, man. Yo,
Thank you, my brother.
whenever I do your shows, this is the only time I actually feel like a celebrity, man.
You
Facts.
are, bro. You can't walk
That's
around Orlando no more.
nah, right? For real.
So, it's
But
an
no,
honor, my
man.
brother.
Thank
Witnessing
you.
you to build.
All
Salute.
right, man. Thank you, man.